Welcome to Yury Experience, and today I want to talk to you about judging other people. A couple of weeks ago I did a video about our evil side, about human evil side, about the fact that each and one of us have like angel and a demon on the shoulders, and we listen to one or another one depending on the situation. Under that video I've got pretty interesting comment. A part of it can be summarized as judgment of a situation or of action or of the words of a person is different matter in comparison to judgment of a person overall. So if you want to judge situation, it is one thing, but the situation doesn't completely depict the person. And that's actually what I want to talk about today, about judgment, about how quick we are sometimes to judge people based on something that it's not really connected to the person per se, and we are way too quick to do that, especially in a bad matter, in a bad way. So yeah, let's talk about it. But obviously before we start with that, I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience, and here I share my various experiences about different topics. I make 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays. I enjoy both of them. If you will enjoy this video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel or write your own opinion in the comments. You know how it works. Let's go. Let's start with one question. Can you judge a person as a whole based on one situation, based on one interaction, based on one opinion of that person, based on one action that that person did? Can we do it? Can you do it? Shall we do it? Shall our judge or whatnot juristical system do it? In my personal opinion, this is a wrong thing to do. We shall not do it. Overall, this whole idea of prison and imprisonment is the idea of second chances. So a person goes in there, lives in there and develops some new opinions, come out of there and has a second chance to live a better life, however better is defined. But even on a personal level, in my opinion, if you see a person in some situation and that person does some action, and if you create an image of that person only based on that, and if you are not ready to change that image over time when new information comes, you are doing really wrong thing. You are doing something that is actually kinda bad, it's kinda evil, it's bad for society and bad for you too, because it's close-mindedness. Basically, almost by definition. Human beings are more complex than one situation. Human beings are more complex than one opinion. Human beings are more complex than one action. That is why it is completely fine and okay to judge person in that situation, to judge that situation, to judge that act, to judge that opinion, obviously from your subjective opinion, from your subjective point. But to say that the person overall, the whole complex being, the whole character of the person is completely covered by that situation, by that action, is wrong. It's just impossible. It's not how human beings are. It's how close-minded you are. In my opinion, at least in the opinion of many people. What I kinda can understand but still think that people need to be more open-minded is Nogos. Red flags. If you see something in some person or some action and this is your red flag and you may create the whole judgment of a person based on that, it's still wrong, but at least I can get it. For example, racism. Some person is racist in some situation and based on that you directly decide that person is a bad person, that person is an evil person and whatnot. In my personal opinion, it is still wrong assumption, it is still not fair for that person. That person can be bad for like some other races or some other nationalities or some other ethnicities, but for their own ethnicity, they will be like really great person who like sends money to poor children and whatnot. So what shall we decide in that situation? That person is evil or bad to one group of people, but great for another group of people. Basically, it depends. In my personal opinion, it depends. If we are thinking about a person from Austria, which were in Germany during 1940s and like prior to that too, That person was great for one group of people and really bad for all of the other groups of people. That is why you cannot make an assumption that, or make a statement that if a person is good for one group of people, that person isn't evil. That person is evil, maybe not completely, that's kind of the point. And the question is, how evil shall the person be to be recognized by society or by majority as an evil person? That brings me to another point. Are good and bad deeds equal in eyes of society? In my personal opinion and in my personal experience, that is not the case. People are really ready to beat people up for each and every bad deed, evil deed, not nice deed that they do. But if the person does something good, they don't keep the same energy. They don't think about that person as a good straight ahead, because that person lost the reputation, lost status. And after that, to build it up, it is very, very complicated. It is very easy to ruin your reputation with one thing, with one action, sometimes with one word. But to build it back, it is something that is like really, really difficult. I don't think that I complain about it. I think it is unfair, but I also think that life isn't fair, which is why, by that definition, I cannot be against it. So I'm kind of against it because I think it is wrong, especially if person was blamed for doing evil deeds or bad deeds, but person didn't do it, but got a lot of bad attention. But when reputation is recovered because that person didn't do it, everybody just forgets about it. Everybody just, I didn't do anything. I didn't blame you for anything. I didn't write you like a whole page, kill yourself and whatnot. I didn't do it. That is basically why I don't like big movements, especially like movements that provide a lot of power to one group of people. A good example here would be Me Too movement. It is great movement, the idea is great, and we have to work on that. But not real accusations. But if you are accused, then you will lose pretty much everything. And you don't have an ability to recover. Even if you are wrongly accused, if accusations are completely wrong and based on nothing, you will not get your reputation back. You will not get your status back. You will carry that blame till the end of your life, which is a little bit too unfair for my liking. I get it why people support it, and I get it why people follow it, but think twice. Keep the same energy. That's basically the main point. Keep the same energy when you are blaming a person, if you need to apologize for blaming. But coming back to the actual topic, is it possible to judge the whole personality based on one action, on one deed or whatnot? In my personal opinion, no. In my personal experience, I know a lot of people who have really bad sides in them, who have even slightly evil sides in them, which show only from time to time. But I will not consider them as evil overall, because mostly that person is good. Mostly that person does something good. Mostly that person does good deeds. And bad deeds don't outweigh that, at least for me personally. I have my own values, you have your own values. And depending on that, good and bad deeds will or will not outweigh each other. What we shall not forget, in my personal opinion, that each and every person has both sides, both thighs. And because of that, even if you cannot provide a fair judgment, because all of us are unfair, all of us are emotional beings, all of us can do our best, which I do recommend, but we cannot completely bring emotions away. Nobody can, based on my experience and knowledge, at least most of the people. There are some, but that's a different point. But still, if you don't have a choice, you have to create your judgment. Think about a person overall. A person is a complex human being. There is a lot of stuff going on in the head, in the stomach, in whatnot. There's a lot of stuff that you need to consider before claiming that that person is that or not that. And second, learn with the time. If you see that there are something that doesn't come together, there are some points that don't work together, learn. Be open-minded and be equally loud when you blame somebody and when you apologize to somebody. That will be the most fair thing you can do. And the bad thing you can do for your community, for your movement, and for your society and whatnot, and for your personal ego too, in my personal opinion. That's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe, whatnot. You can also write some comments. Have a great weekend, yes, and I see you on Monday. Good luck.